Hello and happy Sabbath, boys and girls. Today's children's story is about your memory. Yes, your memory. So, the memory verse is an interesting one. It's taken from Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Okay? Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Now, first, I have a little story to tell you. This is about me when I was younger. When I was younger, my parents decided to give me a really long name. But the problem wasn't that they decided to give me a really long name. The problem was I was called several other names. I was called Sina, Sina Bina, Pumpkin, and even Lump of Sugar. So when I went to school and they told me to write my name, which this is my name, very long, well, I had to go back in my memory and think about what my parents told me. So I'm sitting down and I'm learning to write my name. And I'm thinking to myself, if my parents really wanted me to remember my name, why did they make it so long? And why do they call me all other names except for my name, right? So I tried and I tried to remember my name, especially how to write it. And I wanted to say, why is it so important to remember my name? I don't use my name. Other people use my name. So other people should remember my name. I shouldn't have to, right? Wrong. Because your name is used all the time. When you get older, people, the first thing they say when they meet you is, "Hi, how are you? What's your name?" Now, I have to remember my name so that I could say, my name is Thomasina, right? But if your name is long, like Thomasina, see all these letters? It's really hard when you're young to remember such a long name. So why is it so important? Well, you carry your name all the time, right? Is there another name that you carry all the time? Yes, there is. The other name that you carry all the time is Seventh-day Adventist Christian. Now that's a long name. Look at that. Very long name, right? But you have to remember that you are a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. And why is that so important? It's important because it makes up who you are. It's part of you. Just like your name is part of you, being that you're a Seventh-day Adventist Christian is also a part of you. You worship God every day, but there's a very special day that you set aside to honor God, right? So what day is that? It's the seventh day. That's why we're called Seventh-day Adventist Christians. And Adventist comes from we are telling the world about the second coming. So there's a whole reason why we need to remember this name, Seventh-day Adventist Christians, right? And how do we know that we have to remember that? Well, let's look at our memory verse, Exodus 20, verse 8. And in that it says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Remember, there goes that word again, right? And do you think it was because it wasn't important that God told us to remember? It's very important that we remember. Just like you remember your name, it's important that you remember who you are. And who you are and who you worship and when you worship is part of you. I love you, boys and girls, and if you have a long name like me, then you're sure to relate to this story, right? Well, I want you to also remember to do something for me today. Remember this story and the memory verse, and then go tell somebody. Bye.